Hey everybody, and welcome back to Pre-Law Talk. My name is Joshua Garlick, and I will be your host. I'm a current BYU Idaho communications student who will soon be applying to law school. I created this podcast in order to inform students about important topics such as the LSAT, the application process, law schools, and to give some advice. So last time we went over joint degrees or dual degrees. Today we're going to be talking about the different types or areas of law. And the purpose of this episode is to give you some ideas of different areas and types of legal practice. So it's going to be like a very general overview to kind of mention some interesting topics that you might be able to dive into in the legal field. So stick around. The two sources that I'm getting these different legal fields from one is from, it's called thebalance.com, and it was an article written by Sally Kane titled 7 Hot Law Practice Areas. So according to this website, these are the top 7 rising practice areas. And another article called Types of Lawyers, the Top 18 Law Practices from blog.lawkick.com. So I'm going from these two sources to give you guys some interesting rising legal fields as well as, top 18 law practices within the U.S. So let's move forward. So we'll be moving kind of rapidly through this because there's a lot to get through. So from the 7 hot law practice areas, number 1, written by Sally Kane, number 1 is civil litigation, which is simply individuals and organizations suing to recoup their finances. Number 2 is environmental law or green law, which is simply advising clients on green initiatives and sustainability issues. Number 3 is bankruptcy law, which is helping individuals and organizations file for bankruptcy and establish plans to get out of debt. Number 4, labor and employment law, which is lawsuits filed by those unemployed or in other employment difficulties. Number 5 is foreclosure law, so homeowners declaring foreclosure. Number 6, intellectual property law, which is protecting new developments in science and technology. Number 7, e-discovery practice, which is wading through ESI for corporations. That's your top 7 hot new increasing or forthcoming legal fields. So interesting to look into. You can go to that website to learn more about them. Once again, that's thebalance.com if you want to look up that article. All right, so I'll just keep going. This is types of lawyers, the top 18 law practices in no specific order. So I'll just keep going through. We have business lawyers, or otherwise known as corporate lawyers, which includes doing employment, IP, mergers and acquisitions, forming companies, tax compliance within startups to small to large businesses. Number 2, employment and labor lawyers. Already talked about this one, so either you're going to be a litigator or transactional lawyer there. Number 3, finance and securities lawyer, which deal primarily with banks and individuals issuing money. Number 4, mergers and acquisition lawyers, So they deal with finance and securities law, as well as tax law. Number 5, IP lawyers, or intellectual property lawyers, which we've already talked about, talking about intangible property such as, copyright, trademark, patenting. Number 6, family lawyers. They delve into divorce, custody, prenuptial agreements, etc. Number 7, estate planning lawyers, which get into things like children's college funds or drafting wills when people pass away. Number 8, tax lawyer, which is simply filing tax returns for businesses or for individuals. Number 9, criminal defense lawyers, which is the defense against state prosecution, ranging from criminal offenses such as shoplifting to murder. Number 10, the traffic lawyer, who simply fights traffic citations, helping people get off of parking tickets or whatever. Number 11, personal injury lawyers. You see these all over the place. So accidents and injuries from car accidents, doctor malpractice or misdiagnosis, defective products, etc. Number 12, bankruptcy lawyers. So we've already spoken about that. People declaring bankruptcy, obviously. Number 13, civil litigation lawyers. Once again, these guys do kind of general litigation for things like real estate, employment, business, etc. It's just a more general practitioner. Number 14, digital media and internet lawyer. So this is things like internet privacy, copyright law, and pirating on the internet. Number 15 deals with, or entertainment lawyers deal with licensing agreements, management, contracts, royalties, etc. Number 16, immigration lawyers. This is just bringing family members, employees, or individuals into the U.S. Number 17, legal malpractice, which is lawyers suing lawyers. Very interesting. Number 18, real estate lawyer, which is, just purchasing or selling of property, any disputes between tenants and landlords. So those are the 18 that we got from that second source. Hopefully this has been helpful to you to give you some insight into how many different fields there are within the law. Now, obviously, these aren't all of them. There's literally everything under the sun. So if you're not sure what kind of law you want to go into, you might want to look at outside the law, just your interests, basic interests. If you're interested in business, then maybe you want to go into corporate law or tax law or something like that. If you're interested in the criminal justice system, obviously criminal defense might be for you, or legal malpractice would be interesting to go into. So look into the different types of law according to your interests so that you are doing something that you love. That's all I have for today, and we will see you next week. I will have 2 more episodes coming out next week, probably earlier in the week. So look out for those. Thank you for sticking around. This has been Pre-Law Talk with Joshua Garlick. Special shout out to bensounds.com. Thank you, Ben Sounds, for all this free, royalty-free music.